the 2018 FF1M season and the first of a three-part European leg before we head back overseas. We're in San Marino, well, sort of, we're in Italy actually, 80 kilometres away from the San Marino border because we're at Mugello, and for the first time this season I'm being joined by Tornado's Tobias Wolff.
Hello everybody.
And first two races of the season, gone pretty well for you so far. 3 podiums out of 4 possibilities, including a win for Väinö Kimmonen last time out at Kyalami.
Yes, it's been a good start to the season. It's been good performance, considering that we are running a 3-year-old car. However, we've got our work cut out moving forward to maintain this position. You've got the likes of Shake and Bake, Goodyear, and even more so FJR running a brand new car, and they are having a higher rate of development going forward, and that will be very tough, having the weakest rate to stay ahead.
Absolutely, and you've certainly made the most out of the 16C chassis. I mean, Andrew Racing probably should have done as well, but they've had some pretty poor reliability. And here's a look at the qualifying results. Group A, topped by Fernando Alonso, Charles Leclerc second, Nolan Bryant third, but AJ not making a race for the first time this season. They were 400ths off of that. If Alfonsi was 400ths quicker, then AJ would have been in the race in place of Willows. And as for Group B, topped by Alessandro Farina, Sebastian Vettel, Kevin Magnussen second and third, and it's Galaxy for the second time this season not making the race.
Yes, Willows and AJ tied on points there, taking up the bottom 4 spots, and the fastest time it was Verstappen, wasn't it? Yeah, yes. That proved to be all the difference.
And it means that Monolith make a race for the first time this season, quite comfortably as well. So good for them. So, starting grid, and it is the 16th career pole position for Sebastian Vettel, Andrew's first since... When did they last have a pole position? I think it must have been Ricciardo in 2015, but can't remember at the moment. Alonso second, Chuck Buckingham, good performance from him up in third, ahead of Alessandro Farina in fourth. Nolan Bryant in the other Shake and Bake fifth, ahead of the other Andrew of Daniel Ricciardo, so Andrews and Shake and Bakes occupying rows 1 and 3. Then it's Thomas Gonzalez in the first CBA, first of the Judd-powered cars in 7th, ahead of James Clark. Completing the top 10, Valtteri Bottas in the GRM, Lewis Hamilton in 10th. And if you'd like to complete the rest of the grid, starting off with one of your drivers.
There we go, finally. Yes, neither of my drivers in the top 10, however, I do have a little explanation for that, which hopefully will pay off later. We got Kimmonen 15th, 2 FGRs just ahead on the 7th row, and then Verstappen alongside Kimmonen 16th, Grosjean 17th, Russell 18th, first of the Tiddlesees. I hope that's how you pronounce their team.
Tilsley.
Alright. Monolith, first of the Monoliths, Ocon 19th, Mason Taylor for CBA 20th, and on the back row, Nico Hülkenberg and Giovinazzi.
Yes, so your explanation, I am going to surmise that you went for a more race-heavy setup because Leclerc and Kimmonen did top the warm-up.
Yes, I've not seen the warm-up times from my perspective, so I'll go along with that, and hopefully that's a good sign of things to come.
Yes, curiously, Kimmonen was actually faster in the warm-up compared to qualifying, so I'm suspecting that's quite a heavy race setup. I think I've gone a little bit more race biased. I think I was only like 3 or 4 tenths slower in warm-up. Chuck Buckham's definitely on a qualifying setup. He was 2.5 seconds slower in warm-up compared to qualifying. So I'm expecting him to drop down the order. So, 5 lights on, Vettel on the left, 5 lights go out. Great start from Fernando Alonso from second, and he's immediately into the lead. So, cracking launch from this Shake and Bake. And let's see what happens going into San Donato, the first corner. Is Buckingham going to hold on to third, or is Farina going to do something about that? Well, looks as if everyone has gone through safely round the first corner.
Yes, Alonso had a fantastic launch. Vettel, nothing really much he could do to defend that. He's on the back of Alonso here on his gearbox, hassling him through the first halfway through lap 1. I'm just looking also at what tyres everyone's using. It seems like mediums mostly for everyone, and a few softs, and I think is that Monolith or Tiddlesey on hards.
Tiddlesey on the hards, yeah. As they've been for pretty much most of the season, which gives you a clue as to how attentive the team boss has been. But anyway, through Buccina, the final corner, and Vettel is close to Alonso. Can he get some slipstream exiting this corner? The shake and make is very quick in a straight line, but so is the Andrew once he gets in a slipstream, but he's gone to the left. That's not the best way to go around.
Yeah, and I remember AJ was the race director was talking about it's 4 abreast here. It's going to be interesting how this pans out. It's Brian and Ricciardo side by side. So the 2 shake and bakes and the 2 Andrews are fighting hammer and tongs right now.
Yeah, and Chuck Bucknam has lost a ton of grounds. He's went from 4th to 8th in that one straight. There is a bit of a story, actually, on the Mitchell-Mugen engine, because I think Mugen have put in a request to change the ERS limit, which us manufacturers have agreed, as long as we get a chance to change the limit once as well. Vettel right up with Alonso.
Putting the pressure on big time here. But as I was saying before we saw the 4 abreast into turn 1, there was the interesting comment from the race director in the build-up to this about how the AI tend to go the wrong side of the car that they're trying to overtake, and then they get pinched heading towards the braking zone, and then they don't make the move. What would otherwise be easy. He's gone the right side this time.
He has this time. Sebastian Vettel up the inside, going into San Donato.
He's done it under braking, yes.
Taking the lead of the race.
Vettel back in the lead, yes.
Absolutely. And was that a position change? I think Clark has just overtaken Daniel Ricciardo for 6th place. In fact, Gonzalez has taken Ricciardo as well, so the CBA going quite well in this early stage.
And looks like Leclerc is up to 9th place as well, so he's made up 2 places. Kimmonen is still only 15th.
No. Leclerc! That's a tornado gone. Well, dear me, well, sir, if the tornadoes are quick in the race, they're going to have to rely on Väinö Kimmonen, who is down in 15th. He hasn't made up the ground so far, but, well, that's unlucky.
Maybe he could make it back to the pits and he could do a Grosjean from last year, but that's a massive shame.
That's, slightly worrying signs, and dare I ask how much ERS you're running, or are you going to keep that one a secret, as Alonso now trying to retake the lead from Vettel? That's a close one. But the front 3 pulling away quite markedly from Bryant, and further back got some more battling. Gonzalez versus Clark for 5th place.
Well, if the same thing happens with Väinö, then you'll know.
So gone fairly aggressive on the ERS, I'm going to assume. So, and look at the top 3. This is going to be quite a battle. Farina was the quickest out of these 3 in warm-up, so he was 3rd fastest. Alonso 5th fastest. Vettel was 8th fastest in the warm-up.
Yeah, there doesn't seem to be much splitting these 3, does there? The front 2 at least have swapped positions twice in the first 3 laps, and now you've got Farina on the back. So it's a nice 3-way battle shaping up here.
And of the 3, Vettel needs this one the most because he's retired from the first 2 races because Andrew can't seem to build suspensions this season. But let's see. This, Alonso has gone the wrong side now. This is Farina's opportunity.
Farina's in a good position here, I think.
Oh, he's going for it.
The pair of them.
He's going for it.
He's going to take the pair of them, and he has.
Fantastic manoeuvre from Alessandro Farina, and I suspect from there he's going to be quite difficult to beat. More position changes. Bryant has dropped back behind both Gonzalez and Clark, and here's a replay of it.
Yeah, it's very conventional move to the right-hand side, and in the braking zone, and easy does it.
I'm impressed with Gonzalez so far this race. Qualified 7th on the grid, and he's actually made up positions. And so the Judd engine mustn't be too bad as Farina sets a fastest lap. Is Alonso going to take Vettel into San Donato? Ooh.
Closes the door.
Quite firmly.
Had to, yeah.
And was that more shuffling, or was that... And we got an FJR on the move. Caracciola has taken Buckingham for 10th place, and Mason Taylor nearly making some contact with Perez, and out goes Hulkenberg. So Monolith's first race, slightly inauspicious with Hulkenberg retiring there.
Oh, there's someone off in the background. It's Max Verstappen in the Willows.
In the other Willows, but a quick spin and rejoin, and at least he's still in the race.
Yeah, which same cannot be said for Charles.
And another retirement, Antonio Giovinazzi has had a blown engine, so the engine's taken quite a pounding in these early stages. We've had a climax, we've had 2 hearts.
That have let off a big fart.
Or a heart attack, as I've said once or twice before. This is Alonso's chance up the inside of Vettel. Look at that shake and bake straight line speed, and up into...
Oh, well, he's locked. Is he? He almost he locked up there, Alonso, and almost went into the side of Sebastian, but somehow they don't make contact.
Yeah, almost as if he wasn't that confident on the brakes. But anyway, he's going to probably try again the next lap. But Farina pulling away steadily. Now a 2-second gap. Oh, Gonzalez. That was a mistake from Thomas Gonzalez, and James Clark moves up into 4th place.
Yes, opportunistic move there for Clark.
And it looks like Ricciardo's getting a bit impatient behind Nolan Bryant. Now, is this Chuck Buckingham going to plummet down a few more positions? Is it going to be 1, 2 or 3? Oh, he's in the middle. That's between a rock and a hard place.
Yes, and could it get worse? Kimmelin on the inside, 3 abreast into turn 1.
And Kimmelin taking 2 there.
Well, Vino, he needs to get on with it and utilise this race setup, because he hasn't really made any progress so far. We've got Brian hassling a CBA. So
is that Bryant versus Gonzalez?
Yes, and Vino on the inside of the other CBA, but can't do anything about it.
No, I think Mason Taylor's running quite a race-heavy setup, because he qualified down in 20th, quite a way down compared to Thomas Gonzalez, but only 0.3 slower compared to his qualifying time. So Mason Taylor doing quite well up in 12th place.
On to lap 9, and it's 3 seconds. Yeah, Farina seems to be pulling away from the other 2 at this point.
And is Bryant going to get him this time?
Caracciola trying to get into the points off Lewis, and Vino, can he do it this time? Yes, he can.
There we go. So Kimmelin up into 12th place on the medium Firestones, which seem to be the order of the day. Is anybody not running? Now, has something happened to Magnussen taking Bottas?
Oh, Bottas is off.
Oh,
and
he's
hit
out.
The wall. Yeah, well and truly out. 2 wheels off.
So GRM's tricky start to the season continues. And Perez down in 13th place as well. So that's Gonzalez, Bryant and Ricciardo. And so Caracciola seems to be stuck behind Lewis Hamilton, but Caracciola pit indicator was on, so she's going to make a pit stop quite early, and we're expecting 3 stops all around for this race.
Yes, in the build-up, 3 stops for everybody, and I think that yellow was just for Bottas's stricken car.
Yeah, just tidying up the remains of the GRM there. So through the Arabiatas, on board with Daniel Ricciardo in the second of the 2 Andrews. And Alonso coming into the pits this lap, so he's going to try and undercut Sebastian Vettel.
He's going to rejoin in quite a bit. I would imagine he's going to rejoin in quite a bit of traffic. Certainly going to be out of the points after this pit stop.
I'll keep an eye on how slow they are in the pit lane as well. Some of them have been 60 kilometres an hour, some have been 80. I think Melbourne was 60, Kyalami was 80, so very, very fast stop, 4.6 seconds, and it is 80 kilometres per hour, the pit lane speed limit.
So he looks like he's going to be joining 11th place, and he's got, just about ahead of that traffic. He's got a little bit of clear air he could utilise the undercut on.
And it was quite a lot of fuel going on board Alonso. Bryant now at the inside of Gonzalez and taking 4th position for now, but pit stops are underway, so wait and see in a few laps' time when all the first pit stops have been complete to see what the true pecking order is.
Farina is the fastest man out there, and he's during the pits this lap though, so that could explain his superior pace in the first stint, that he's got a lighter car, but I think Farina he's just so quick this season.
And Gajera running a 17B chassis, so their development will be relatively pronounced. Another 18 laps of fuel on board, so that should take him to about lap 30, as Mason Taylor coming into the pits there, and was there another one into the pits as well, but Farina rejoining in 9th place. Lovely bit of clear track, and looking to get a home win.
Yes, it would be home soil, or first of his 2 home races this season, the other being at Monza.
Absolutely.
And looks like Vettel due in this lap. So Alonso would have had 2 laps to utilise the fresh rubber. Is it going to be enough? We will see very shortly.
Or will Alonso have been stuck in a bit of traffic? But yeah, Farina ahead of Alonso, that's not surprising, but jinking right into the pit lane goes Sebastian Vettel, and slowing to less than 80 kilometres an hour because his garage is pretty early.
It's been a bit of a misfiring start of the season for Andrew so far, considering the pace they had in pre-season and making the grandee signing of with Sebastian, and Alonso has done the undercut.
Yep, up into what will be a net second place for Fernando Alonso, but the 6 drivers ahead of him still need to make a pit stop. That was
Vino in the pits, and we've got Ricardo hassling Gonzalez.
Up the inside.
These two have not, and he looks like he's just about. Gonzalez is holding in there,
but surely it's Ricardo's.
Or has he? No, Gonzalez is keeping in there.
And Lewis Hamilton lurking up in the background as well. Hamilton desperately needs some points, has retired from the first 2 races.
Yes, it's not been good. It's not been a good season for Mitchell, and I've got to be honest, I don't think it's going to get that much better going forward this season, considering they have the oldest spec car and they'll have the weakest rate of development as well, and the fact they've already started this season not good. That's quite ominous.
I think something has happened to Caterina Caracciola, because she's dropped way down to 18th place behind a load of other one-stoppers, so I think she's made a mistake somewhere, or her engine has gone pop.
And we just haven't seen it. Look at 3 of them in the pits at once. Caracciola, she's dropped way down. We haven't seen her make a mistake or anything. That's and also noticed Kymmenen is now ahead of Magnussen as well.
Interesting.
So that's another key change there, and Ricciardo stays ahead. In fact, Hamilton has jumped ahead of Gonzalez. And I think that was there's Kymmenen, and looks like Kymmenen has done the undercut on all 3 of those as well. So pretty good first round of pit stops for Vino.
Absolutely, and key one for Kymmenen, getting some good outlaps, and that looks like a net 4th once Clark. Is it net 4th? No, I think Clark and Bryant should still be ahead of Vino, so probably a net 6th as Max Verstappen is due into the pits this lap, up in 7th place, and we've... Oh, good lord! I've just noticed something on the dashboard. That's going to take quite a bit of explaining. Would you like me to explain that?
Yeah, please do. I mean,
right. So, I'm not sure if I can, but okay, that is down to a music video that I did, and basically I'd created a character called Jessie B, and they've plastered that right onto the front of the Willows. I'll send you a link to that video afterwards.
I can't wait to see it.
I can. I wonder whose idea that was.
You should rename the Judd engine now.
The Jessie B engines. Well, Carachola's still running, so I think she must have made a mistake somewhere, because she's now got ahead of Chuck Bucknam, who's now dropped to last. So definitely a qualifying setup going a bit wrong. And I think all the pit stops are now done, and Kinnunen is in a net 6, now chasing Nolan Bryant for 5th place. It is Farina, Alonso, Vettel and Clark, now the top 4.
I think I noticed, Vettel is still very close to Alonso in 2nd, because he pitted 2 laps later, so he'll have slightly fresher tyres.
Yep. In fact, right behind him now.
Yeah, but he goes the wrong side.
The wrong side. That might be fixed next season. I think they're trialling a different racing line for FF1M, as we've got some more side-by-side action. Kinnunen, Bryant and Ricciardo Magnussen.
And Vino's gone the wrong side as well, but Kevin Magnussen has gone the correct side on Ricciardo, and he is... Oh, he looks like he missed a gear there, or something, because he just had no traction coming out of turn 1, and Ricciardo holds it on around the outside.
Around the outside. So now we're approaching lap 18, and Sebastian Vettel going to try again. Let's see what happens this time. This is Manufacturer Megatron versus Customer Climax, and I cannot remember actually what the ERS limit you set for Andrew was.
You know what, I can't remember either, and I'm the one who set it.
Fair enough. And Customer Climax versus Manufacturer Judd running the distorted setting on his engine. So Magnussen now switches up the inside. Can he outbrake Ricciardo this time? Late on the brakes. Is he going to get some good traction out of this corner? Yes, he is this time. Magnussen moves up to 7th place. Now he's going to set off after Bryant and Kinnunen, who are still tied together with...
Mistake.
Bryant off and...
Has he held it? Somehow.
Lucky moment there for Bryant, so we'll see that from onboard Kinnunen's perspective into the first Arrabbiata. Just on the curb, getting unsettled, and slight nudge. But no harm done.
Well, it's certainly harming Kinnunen's progress. If he wants any chance of a podium, he has to get past this lap or next. Otherwise, he's going to risk getting... He's had a look there otherwise he risks getting overtaken by Magnussen and possibly Ricciardo as well.
This is a good shot for Kinnunen because he's a little bit further back, but the slipstream means that he could... Well, he's
gone the wrong side again.
The wrong side. And is Magnussen going to do something about that? Is Hamilton going to do something about Ricciardo into San Donato? Not quite. Ricciardo hanging on just about round the outside. Hanging on to that final 8th place. But Bryant, a bit of a cork in the bottle.
Yes. Vino, he needs to change tact here because he's more likely to get overtaken by Magnussen going that way.
And through San Donato once again on lap 21, and it is still Bryant. Now I've got a Willows chasing... This is George Russell this is Max Verstappen getting past George Russell going into San Donato. So up to 13th goes Verstappen. And then let's see how Esteban Ocon's doing because it's his debut race and at the moment just been passed by Caracciola.
We've now got Clark making it a freeway battle for second, and the Gajieras are absolutely flying.
Yes, and looks like Alonso's tyres look as if they're going off because he was the first one to stop on lap 10 and looks like as if he's fading a little bit. And little oddity about the two Gajeras, third race in a row where Farina and Clark have qualified 4th and 8th, so they seem to like those positions in qualifying.
Consistent.
Consistent indeed. Lap 24, and what on earth is going to happen in this battle for second?
Looks like Clark is going to make it a Gajera 1-2 because Sebastian keeps making the same mistake of going the left side, and yes, Clark up into second just like that.
Now, when was the last time we had a Gajera 1-2? I've got to look back to 2013, I think. I know Perez and Raikkonen, I believe they were first and second in Canada, but I am not 100% sure on that.
Caracciola out.
That's a Judd out of the race, the first one. The other 4 Judds still in it though, but yeah, not a great race for Caracciola, and I might have to have a little think about some things. Mostly the car, I think. Yeah, it's going to be car related or engine related.
I think it was probably an error Katarina did earlier that we didn't see on camera, and then
Damage the drive shaft.
Car had enough, and is that Clark going slowly there? He's going quite slowly, Clark. He's got the red lights come on, but he should make it back to the pits. Not a disaster, but an earlier than planned pit stop.
Not the first time we've seen Mugen have electrical problems. Hamilton had a complete and catastrophic electrical failure at Melbourne, and Farina had an unspecified issue at his final pit stop in Melbourne as well. So there is some fragility in the Mugen engine, and actually this could be a bit of a blessing in disguise for Clark, because pitting a bit earlier he'll have new tyres, so he may get the jump back on Alonso and Vettel.
He's rejoined in 11th place. He's got Taylor just ahead of him. In fact, he's got both the CBAs ahead of him there, and we skip straight to the next lap, and he's trying to get past Taylor, but he's gone the wrong side there, and he's going to lose time. And that's Bucknam out. That is another Mugen powered car with some fragility issues.
Yep, and so despite qualifying third, he's basically plummeted, and then his engine's given up. So, well, that just about sums it up. So, Fernando Alonso still versus Sebastian Vettel. We've got Alonso definitely into the pits this lap. Is Vettel following, or him into the pits, or, well, we'll have half a lap to find out, I guess.
I think more likely Vettel will stay out at least one more lap.
Through which corner's this? I forget some of the corner names on this circuit.
Yeah, it's mainly used for MotoGP, this circuit.
And F1 visited this one season in 2020, and yeah, kind of wish they'd come back.
I would like to see a return to it, and they're both in this lap.
Yes,
there's your answer. And Vettel's pit box is early. Is earlier, is it? Or no? No, it's the shaken belt.
Oh no, it isn't. Interesting.
That's interesting. I thought it was because Andrew came second last season, and thought it would be in championship order.
Yeah, I'd have thought it'd have been the other way around as well. But anyway, 5.5 seconds. Alonso still remains ahead of Vettel, and I think still in the same amount of fuel. Or did Alonso have one lap less? But anyway, out they go.
Yeah, Clark's been held up by Taylor. He still hasn't found a way past.
No, so that blessing in disguise is actually a curse, because if he hadn't have had that reliability issue, he wouldn't have got stuck behind Mason Taylor. So that's compromising his race.
Yeah, it's dropped him back to fourth, and he legitimately was faster than Alonso and Vettel and got past. But yeah, unfortunate.
And in fact, he's dropped behind Perez as well.
Ah.
So getting really badly held up in the traffic behind Taylor in the CBA. Yeah, Gonzalez still doing quite well up in 7th, but he may drop back as Bryant into the pits and Magnussen as well.
And Kinnunen will be very glad to have seen Bryant into the pits, and Magnussen has got held up big time here, and looks like he's been jumped by Ricciardo.
Yeah, not a great stop for Kevin Magnussen, and Bryant staying ahead of Ricciardo.
It'll be interesting to see if Kinnunen could do an overcut, but I'm not. Oh well, there you go. Never mind.
No, he can't do an overcut because his engine is overcooked or something in the reliability stakes. So
well, it's been a wonderful afternoon. I've really enjoyed my time in the commentary box, and I'll see you at the next race.
Please stay with me. Oh, that's late on the brakes, and Magnussen back up to 5th place ahead of Daniel Ricciardo. Was
Magnussen undoing that slow pit stop, but he's still got Bryant to negotiate, who's proven to be very difficult to overtake. I mean, Kinnunen couldn't get past, and yeah. Now Vettel's off.
Vettel, another one for Vettel. What on earth is going on with this Andrew? Now, if this is suspension again, then, well, they really do need to toughen up their suspensions. But yeah, it does look like it's suspension as well. Oh, it's a wheel. So.
Oh, and now Ricciardo's in trouble as well. Is it going to be a full set of climax cars out of this race?
That looks like recovering from a mistake of Ricciardo. Are we going to see it going into Codden tyre?
And he's going to go wide and spins, hits the wall, but doesn't seem like there's any damage.
It's a horrendous few laps, and Ocon in the other monolith is out of the race. So how many hearts is that gone? So that is only Russell left of the heart runners. So good to know where they're. It's good information as to how much reliability they have.
It's a contest at this point between the Hearts and the Climaxes as to how many of their engines are going to be out. I'm trying to think now. We'll just see this battle first. Magnussen trying to get past Brian, but he's not going to do it that way. So he's going to try do the switch, but not really alongside. And yeah, has to probably have to wait for at least another lap.
Yeah, so this is a battle for the final podium spot, and can FJR add another podium to their San Marino record? I've totted up all the stats. I seem to do quite well when it's the San Marino Grand Prix. I've had quite a few Imola podiums, and last couple of Mugello races I've had a couple of podiums as well, so I seem to like San Marino. But two Shake and Bakes currently in 2nd and 3rd place.
I do have memory of FGR's doing quite well whenever we go to Mugello.
Yeah, I think you were commentating on Magnussen's first win from 15th on the grid. That's one of my favourite races to look back on, because it was pretty cool watching Magnussen slice through the field.
Yeah.
By the way, we've got a Willows up in 8th place, so Max Verstappen has made his way up the order, so that's quite pleasing.
And that's including the fact that he had a spin earlier, and Magnussen was more alongside this time. Is he going to do it? Can he do it under braking? Yes, he can.
Up into 3rd place goes Kevin Magnussen. Now, please hold on, Judd. Please hold on. I mean, we've still only had the one Judd retirement, which was Caracciola's broken transmission system. I'm not going to say any more than that in case I jinx it.
You said a lot already.
And let's do a little sit rep. So Farina has a 16-second lead over Fernando Alonso. Magnussen now up to 3rd, ahead of Nolan Bryant 4th. Then it is Lewis Hamilton in 5th place, so he's done pretty well, actually, considering Mitchell's horrid start to the season. And James Clark...
Oh, Verstappen's making a mistake.
Off.
Oh. And Ricciardo has got back through into the points.
Yeah, and we're going to see that from Mason Taylor's perspective. So through Arrabbiata 1, same as Nolan Bryant, and Max did quite well to hold on to that.
Yes. It's been a very ragged race for Verstappen. He spun earlier and then he almost spun and took Ricciardo out there and then. But that's interesting. Taylor making an overtake on the unconventional side there.
Yeah, I wonder how much CBA are running. If he was able to do that on same customer Judd engine as well, so looks like CBA have gone very, very hard on the ERS system.
And they were quite difficult to get past earlier. So yeah, I think they've gone full pelt, most likely.
And through the second Arrabbiata, and this is Mason Taylor looking to get into the points, looking for his first career points. He made his FF1M debut with 2 races to go last season, finished both races, but CBA were developing at that point. Melbourne had a gearbox problem, and then at Kyalami that was a bit wide through Corintio. And second race, Taylor, I think he did finish, but out of the points.
Yes, been somewhat anonymous so far, CBA. They look set to get points this race.
Yep, CBA on an 18 chassis, so that might explain a bit of an anonymous start to the season. So Perez versus Verstappen now. And
we are with Clark again. He's due in the pits. This time it is scheduled, but he's only he's dropped to 6th place. He's dropped behind Hamilton, Brian, Magnussen, and
under pressure from Gonzalez now, because Clark had that earlier pit stop. He's having to make a slightly earlier than usual final pit stop. So yeah, Clark coming in probably a lap or 2 earlier than he would have hoped, as Gonzalez rockets past into 6th place, but should expect Clark to stay ahead once the final pit stops are done.
And I think Magnussen is catching Alonso for 2nd place.
But it is quite a big gap, the gap between Alonso and Magnussen, so probably should expect the top 3 to remain as they are until the end of the race, unless there's more unreliability.
There's always opportunities for more unreliability.
That's Russell versus Grosjean for 12th place. Russell doing quite well, I have to say.
I was going to say the battle for last.
The battle for last.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't realise how many retirements there were.
Yeah, 9 retirements, and there could still be more yet.
Perez getting ahead of Max Verstappen.
I'm more curious now about what that all means. That logo on the willows there.
The only thing I want to know about that is whose idea was it? As into the pits comes Fernando Alonso, and Farina has made his final pit stop as well. And there was Magnussen into the pits as well.
There's yellow water medium Firestone mediums blending in quite well with the yellow shake and bake.
And Lewis Hamilton into the pits as well. Zongo, the orange-walled Goodyears.
Oh, and he's held it there. That's going to cost him several seconds. That could give Clark the opportunity. In fact, I think it already has. Clark has already gone through.
Yeah, I think that's a replay of when the pit stop happened. So Clark taking advantage of Hamilton's slow pit stop to move up into 5th place ahead of Gonzalez. Hamilton 7th, Ricciardo 8th, but under pressure from Taylor. And look at that, Taylor once again using a very competent straight line speed in the CBA to move into the points.
It seems like Mason Taylor is the only driver who can make an overtake going round that side. We'll call it the the Taylor line.
Yeah, and both CBAs in the points. I'm happy with that.
Oh,
never
no.
mind.
It's not going to last. Yeah, never mind. That's a shame. I was just applauding his overtaking, and then
the speed of the commentator's curse.
Yeah, and then that happens. It's been that sort of race.
That's a shame. That was a very good race from Taylor, from 20th on the grid, to get up into the points. And how many laps left? 8 laps left, and we're going to have a battle for 4th soon between Bryant and Clark.
Now, Bryant has proven to be very difficult to get past in this race, so this is gonna. I imagine this. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be quick. It's not going to be a quick overtake, I don't think.
Yeah, this is a point that I did want to raise, actually, because Shake and Bake have the best car in a straight line speed, judging from the pre-season tests, quite comfortably. And from the pre-season tests as well, mine was comfortably the slowest, but there was a very good reason for that.
I'm sure there was.
Yeah. So let's see around the outside. That's not too bad. Look at that.
Oh, he's gone the Taylor route, and yeah, wow. There you go. That was a what do I know?
What do we know? Yeah.
That was a quick. Say it wasn't going to be quick, and it was. Oh, who's this? Brian. Brian's in trouble.
Brian in trouble with electrical problems. But he has made it back into the pits now. Is this if it wasn't for the electrical problems, this could be a tactical thing to try and set the fastest lap of the race. But there's no bonus points for fastest lap.
Put a petition in to award a point for the fastest lap.
Well, they do have fastest lap points in the FF1M series. FF1M not following suit, but Bryant, is he still ahead of Verstappen? Yes, I think he was, just about. So, still got both Shake and Bakes in the points. Now we're on to the final lap. There's your race leader, Alessandro Farina.
Yeah, it's been a very spectacular display from Farina.
Just needs to be aware of the traffic in front of him, though. It's the battling Verstappen and Perez. 9th
There's a yellow.
Oh, we have some yellow flags coming up. Has somebody gone off somewhere, or?
Oh, Ricardo. Oh, there's the full set of climaxes. Oh dear.
Deary me, and that makes Verstappen and Perez's battle for the final point.
Yeah, so now that has a lot more meaning.
Now, if Farina laps Perez, that is actually going to give Verstappen the final point, and Perez does indeed let him through. But anyway, Farina sandwiches the battling duo for 8th place, and out the final corner. It's been a fantastic start to the season for the championship leader, and this only strengthens it. 2nd win of the season, and a home win for Alessandro Farina.
Yeah, thoroughly well deserved. Never looked in doubt.
Excellent race for Farina, and here comes 2nd place Fernando Alonso through Bacina, and took a podium last time out at Kyalami. He's going to take another one here at Mugello, and it's this time around a 2nd place. And just waiting a bit further back, we're going to have an 18 car on the podium. Kevin Magnussen adds another podium to FJR's San Marino Grand Prix tally. I'm pleased with that. I'm happy with that.
I can't really say the same thing.
I was expecting a slightly less enthusiastic response from yourself after both your drivers retired with mechanical issues. So, yeah, I have to say a very unlucky race from yourself to there. So, hopefully your next appearance in the commentary box will be a more fruitful one.
I don't think it can get much worse than that. That was a disaster. I can't remember the last time quite a while ago my team had a double DNF, not scoring points.
I think I know exactly when that was. It was Suzuka last season, and you were in the box for that as well.
Yeah, so that doesn't count.
As for the rest of the top 8, it was Clark in 4th, Gonzalez taking some very good points for CBA in 5th. 6th place was Lewis Hamilton, and then Bryant 7th, and Max Verstappen taking point for Willows in 8th.
And that's a very well-earned point for Willows, considering they very nearly didn't qualify for this race.
Absolutely, just keeping out of trouble, and Judd's proving very reliable, aside from Caracciola and Mason Taylor's exits. So, the championship now, it's Alessandro Farina leading by 13 points from Fernando Alonso, Väinö Kimonen 3rd in the championship now, James Clark moving up into 4th, with Kevin Magnussen also making advances up in 5th place, Leclerc, the only other driver on double digits.
Yes, well, the same thing cannot be said for the climax reliability. I don't know what's happened to it, really. I put some reliability points in. And
high ERS use maybe, or...
I did last season as well, but...
Yeah, who knows, but Gajera back into the lead of the championship. The gap 16 points over Tornado, Shake and Bake in 3rd, and FJR 4th, with CBA moving up into 5th. 9 out of 13 teams have scored points.
Yeah, and I think Gajera, they're looking very good this season. It's going to be very difficult. Even more difficult now after that.
Yeah, if they continue at that rate, then yeah, very, very difficult to beat. I'm going to try and do something about it, and I'm sure you will too. So, that was the San Marino Grand Prix at Mugello, and we'll be moving over to the Iberian region, to the Motorland Aragon circuit near Alcañiz. So, from the two of us, we shall see you for then.